you realize, oh, that's the thing. So there's this element when you become a parent, and it's so annoying when parents do it, but then you find yourself involuntarily doing it. You deliberately mispronounce things that your kids are interested in.
Oh, absolutely.
Or you fake ignorance about it just to sort of demonstrate how above it you are.
I have hammered into Holly from before she could speak that Daddy does not care about anything she's doing or saying.
Which is good.
Which is great. And she'll tell other people, like, oh, Dad doesn't care. He tells me all the time. Like, but what? Oh, anything. And I'll walk by and go, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
And it's persistent across all her toys, everything on her tablet, everything in her room, everything she's watching, things that I've bought her. He-Man. I gave that to her before she knew what it was. I know all about it except for the name Castle Grayskull. And
maybe that's why you don't know it anymore, because you've given it away.
I've cared so little. I'm such a bad parent, but it is so much fun. It is my right to do this.
Yes. Well, Mitzi is into the Shopkins. That's like the thing.
Yes.
Like the thing, which I don't know if our listening audience knows it. They are cute things designed to be cute, designed for you to collect every single one of them, and they're cheap. They're like Walgreens toys.
Yeah,
they're very expensive.
They're $2.98,
but there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons my shameful secret is one of the reasons I refuse to get too interested in what my kids are interested in, like stuff like this, is because I'm such a completist.
Yes.
That I would be like, well, I've got to buy all of this now. Like I've got to buy, because I have a teenager, and when my teenager was little, if they expressed an interest in anything, I'd be like, well, I've got to buy you the entire collection.
I had a lot of trouble with this with Skylanders.
Yeah.
She got into Skylanders, and those are really well-made toys. And to really enjoy the full experience, you need to have one of every type and certain vehicles and certain play sets. And we get to a point and said, oh, you need a rock Skylander. I'm like, well, I should go to the store and buy all of them.
Yep.
And they're not cheap. And by strength of will of my wife alone, Jody, we only own, 25 of them. She doesn't play it anymore. She doesn't like the current Sky Charger one or whatever it's called. But I have so many of them. And she would put the poster down of that shows like all the ones in this series.
Yeah.
And I sit back like, I don't care about that, Holly. In my head, I'm like, I want all of them.
I just want it all. I want to be able to say that I have everything.
Yeah. Like I got her into card collecting a little bit.
Oh, no.
And she's like, she would go through them and she'd be okay if she get like 25, 30. She's like, oh, I got like most of them. In my head, like, that's great. In my head, I want all of them. Oh, all of them.
Let me tell you, I used to collect movie cards when I was a kid, like the little packets of like Topps cards that are based on movies. You know, like
Return of the Jedi.
I was probably I won't say only because I've been online and I've seen that there are other people. I was probably the only kid in 1986 obsessively collecting the Topps collector's cards based on the movie Little Shop of Horrors.
I had a few of those, but not the full set.
I never got the full set because, as you can imagine, they weren't in stores very long.
No.
And the fact that I had almost the whole set to this day drives me nuts. Even though you can go and buy an entire box of those things for like $20 now.
I hate digressing for the 50th time. I collected hockey cards, Canadian. But it was a badge of honor to get duplicates, and you trade them. And then you have that one friend who has an inside connection who gets the uncut full series, just wrap around. And they're like, okay, I got them all now, so we don't have to collect them anymore. I won't trade with you.
That stinks.
And in one shot, I'm just staring at that guy like, you've ruined it.
You ruined it. Now, I had a friend whose dad owned several McDonald's, and he automatically got all the Happy Meal toys.
Oh, screw that. He had all the Muppet Babies?
Anytime anything would come out, he'd just be like, oh, yeah, I have all the Batman Returns stuff. And I'm like, that's not the point. The point is you're supposed to, like,
go once every 2 weeks.
You have to buy a burger to get it. You have to wait. And he'd be like, no, I got all the collector's cups already.
I felt bad when I went to McDonald's, and the week it hadn't changed over, but I saw over the edge they already had the next week's toy, and I asked for it.
Yeah.
That felt like cheating.
That's like, or you, I remember finding out that you could just ask for buy the toy. Like, you didn't have to buy the meal. You could be like, if your parent was like, can we just buy the toy? They would usually sell it to you. And to me, that was like, no, you're supposed to buy everything. Like, even if you don't want that burger, you gotta buy that burger.
I didn't become a fat kid for nothing. I didn't have to lose 100 pounds in America for nothing.
How much is that in Canadian?
I have no idea anymore. I've been here for 15 years. Isn't that crazy?
A long time.